Hey guys, this is Bill Poet, and
And
welcome,
Dr. Laura Seal.
and Dr. Laura Ciel. Welcome to our introductory video. We are going to be going through the 6 secrets of mindful creation.
Right.
And our intention, and what is going to be so much fun, is to show you how to use this process to achieve any goal. So we're so glad you found us. You know, maybe you came in through a blog or through a Facebook ad, or a friend referred you, but you are here now. We're going to be sharing with you some of our very, very best stuff. So take a breath, get ready. If you've got a pen and paper, that might be a great idea. And here we go.
Here we go. So whether or not you know it, you are in constant creation. Every thought, every word, every action you take, it's attached to an outcome. So everything that you're experiencing right now in your life, everything that is in front of you, that you love and you're happy about, and that you maybe are not so crazy about, it's the result of small choices prior to now.
Right. So we're going to challenge you to accept the fact that you are not only a creator, but I love this. Your power is awesome. You right now have
More awesome than you even realize at this point, probably.
and it can be a little scary, but we're going to show you how to harness it, to connect with it. You know, you have access right now to the same power Mother Teresa, Einstein, Oprah, and Elon Musk used to change the world.
It really comes down to energy, mindful creators. So this is you being in creation, being conscious of the choices you're making. It really comes down to how you manage energy.
And how you master it. And that's what we're going to be sharing with you in this training program.
If you're thinking that there may be something that you're really wanting in your life, a lot of our clients will say, you know, I'll feel happier, things will be better when XYZ happens, or when this other person acts or does something a certain way. If you're wanting more, whether it's more love, more peace, more joy, more fun, more adventure, whatever it is that you're wanting, if you want more from life, you need to become more.
The shift has to start with you. You know, what Dr. Laura is saying is so many people focus on the external. And if something outside of me changes, then I will be X. Well, what we want you to understand, guys, is before the outside changes can really have an impact, it starts with you. And what we want you to focus on, this is really interesting because we've put so much value on knowledge. Well, the fact is a genius is someone that has an IQ of 140 or above. A developmentally disabled person has an IQ of 70 or below. Mensa, maybe we're getting up into 190, but the fact of the matter is no human being has a 5x, 10x, 20x advantage over another, and yet people are living lives where they're accessing so much more juice, so much more joy. So how do you improve the quality of your life by a factor of 20, 30, 40, 50?
One of the things we talk a lot about in all of our training programs is that 99.999999% of all that is energy and space. And only a very small percentage, what's remaining, 0.000001%, is physical matter, which is what most of us focus on. And in reality, that physical matter hardly matters.
Guys, this is the key. Remember, we talked about those men and women that are game changers. They're masters of energy. So we're going to challenge you over the course of our training together. Stop paying so much attention to what is, that physical reality in front of you. Because as Laura said, that's something that's been created over 20, 30, 40 years. Start paying attention to what can be, the possibility of your life. Can you imagine being vibrant and in love and joy and full abundance and success? And just remember this, creation is an energetic act.
You know, that what Bill was saying about paying attention to what can be, it's easier said a lot of times than done, because you might just notice right now if there's something in front of you that's frustrating you or that's irritating you or that you wish was different, some person, some event outside yourself. if you challenge yourself to let go of that, realizing that that's just what is in front of you, and you challenge yourself to look at how might this be, or how would I really enjoy this to be, or what might this look like, or what could this relationship look like given what is. It's not so easy. So it comes down to, well, how well are you able to tap into the energy of possibility?
Because guys, what is, it's first of all, it's an old creation, and it's heavy and it's burdensome. And some of you guys out there might be in situations that seem like you can't change them. Well, Einstein said this: the minds that created the problems are incapable of solving them. So we're going to show you how to elevate your energy, elevate your mind, and just pay attention to this fact. You 20x your life by mastering your energy. And so we've got a really important point to hit you guys with right now. Pay attention.
You are not a victim. Even though it sometimes feels like it, you are not a victim. And we put this in here about the number one really regret of the dying.
Right.
Someone who did some research on hospice patients, and the number one regret is, I didn't have the courage to live my truth.
And that happened because they were victims to other people's expectations and other people's rules and other people's beliefs in who they should be. We're going to show you how to free up your power, free up your energy. And this next slide could be our most important.
And I just want to point out, this is a very brief introductory training for you, and there will be a lot of concepts that may maybe resonate really strongly with you, and some that may be a little bit uncertain. This is to just pique your interest, and we realize that there's a lot of information. So look for the things that resonate. Look for the things that you're curious about and you want to explore more in your life. So back to this idea of you not being a victim. Your power, that feeling of being empowered in your life, it comes from your core.
And you're, physically, if you go to the gym and you have a good trainer, they're gonna tell you to engage your core, draw on those abdominal walls, squeeze your glutes. When you bring your spine into structural alignment, you get access to 5, 10, 20 times the motor units you get when you don't engage your core. In this course, we're going to talk about your energetic core, who you are at the very heart of you, what you love, what turns you on. And when you connect to that, when you act as the sole authority of your life, I am the author of it, you're going to access more power, more juice, more vitality. And everything we're going to do with you guys moving forward is to connect you to that energy and to that power. And so here's a super fun question.
Hang on just one second. I just want to ask ask yourself right now, does that excite you? That what Bill was just talking about, the power coming from your core and that I am and being the sole authority of your life. Does that excite you? Does it scare you a little bit? Are you a little bit curious about how to tap more into it? Just notice right now in yourself what that feels like as we're talking about that. All of our training programs, this introduction one, our mini course, our more expanded course, all of them are they're multi-dimensional learning. We don't want you to just read the words. We want you to feel. What does it feel like in your body? Does it resonate with you? Does it connect? Does it excite you? So notice how that feels, and do the same thing in each concept that you're hearing in this intro training. So
here's the question, the billion-dollar question. If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you create? And we have this picture of the moonshot. We took a human being, sent them to the moon, and brought them back. And guys, this was before everybody had laptops and computers. So this is a Mindful Creators course. And this is, you're gonna be hearing this over and over again. Mindful creators focus their energy on what can be. So let's look at some things you might want.
There's some things you might want more of: more health, more strength, more vitality in your life.
Beautiful legs. Those are Dr. Laura's legs. I have to tell people that because I'm madly in love with those legs.
Thank you.
What would it feel like to wake up in a body that was vibrant and fully energized?
maybe you're wanting more wealth, more success, more financial freedom in your life.
Yeah, do you want to travel? Do you want to see the world?
Or how about more love, more romance, more intimacy, whether or not you're in a relationship or not right now?
Nothing feels better than that intimate fire connection you can have with that person that really loves and knows you.
Or maybe you're looking to have a more positive impact on the world. Maybe there's something that maybe you're holding yourself back a little bit from moving in the world and sharing your gifts.
I love this. This is Lisa, one of our great clients. I learned more in the last week about reconnecting to my passion, love, and power than I have in the last 24 years with other personal development programs. Guys, it feels so good to know that the work that we're doing is having an impact on the world. Maybe you want a little bit more of that. And then,
or maybe you want more fun, more play and adventures.
Yeah,
That's
guys,
certainly something I was looking for about 10 years ago.
Some grown-ups take life a little too seriously. So let's see if we can move fun up on your desire list.
Maybe you want to know a little bit about us, who we are. I'm Dr. Laura Ciel, and I'm a psychologist. I'm licensed in the state of California. I'm also a leadership guide and co-founder of our company, Life Advance International. And I would say for me, my interest, my passion, my desire for the work I do started when I was really young, maybe 4 or 5, and I was struggling too. I don't know if it was struggling, but I was just really, really curious about what is this, being born and then just dying. There's got to be something awesome in between. And not only that, we're on this huge, big planet. And what about connecting with people and that kind of that heart connection? And so I've been driven in all sorts of different ways to explore this and express it in my life. And that's really why I do what I want to do. I want to help people open their hearts, not to shut down to life, to really open up to life and to living in all ways, whether it be at work, whether it be within themselves, and whether it be personally.
And I am Bill Poet. I am Dr. Ciel's co-creator in this adventure. I'm the author of the ABCs of Peak Performers. And 25 years ago, I was a close quarter combat instructor. I taught knife fighting to special operations teams. And our job was to prepare men to go into the worst environments and not only survive, but to win. And since then, I've dedicated my life not just to survival, but how do we thrive? How do we open up and create an experience all the joy, all the love, and all the passion that life can bring us. And this is important. We want you to understand that you deserve the absolute best. You deserve the best training. You deserve the most powerful tools. One of our clients, brilliant man, Russ Strobel, he retired from NICOR. And just to give you an idea of his expertise, his retirement package was over $23 million. Russ took one of our all-day leadership training programs, and he said, after 35 years in business, I've never encountered a better team than Bill and Laura. And we've worked with the Department of Homeland Security, professional athletes, huge corporations. What we're going to be sharing with you guys today is not self-help stew. It's been proven, tested, and quantified, and we're about to show you guys the most powerful tool on earth. And to develop this tool, this is really interesting. We went to the source. We went back to nature. We're going to be teaching you, it's actually a multi-thousand-year-old elemental model. You've been exposed to some of it. It's based on the pre-Socratic elements of void, earth, water, fire, and wind. When these elements are in harmony, anything is possible, and it's how creation takes place. So we're going to take you through a quick overview of this process.
Really quick. And if you want more, we'll offer you more.
There's
later.
always a chance to get more. So
always more.
How do we create? How does creation begin?
So we start this process in the element of void. And step 1 is imagine. And this is really playing, exploring, and expanding what we call your 9Q. This is when we talked about mastering the energy, mastering energy in your life. This is that space. And there's this quote quote from Einstein, imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited to all we now know and understand, while imagination embraces the entire world. Love that quote.
You know, guys, every creation really has two creations. There's the conception, there's the idea, there's the dream, and then there's the actual physical manifestation. And these 6 steps, beginning with imagination and the principle underneath, I am inherently worthy. If you can't own the fact that you are worthy, then you're going to be incapable of dreaming. And we're going to challenge you to open your heart, open your mind, dream as big as you can. That's step 1. And then what dreamers have to learn how to do,
because you don't want to stay in the dream state.
no, you've heard get your head out of the clouds. So
you want to go in there often to connect in that imagining space. That step 2 is to declare. What is it? What are you going to do? What are you going for? What do you want?
And guys, this is where we teach you how to develop your life's blueprint. And blueprints are totally specific. It's not, I want to be healthy. It's, I weigh 165 pounds, my body composition is 9%, and I can run a 6-minute mile. So when you design this blueprint for your life, and you've got to include everything, your relationships, your career, your joys, your fun, they need to be specific. And what I love about your blueprint, it's going to be perfectly unique. It's going to look just like you.
And
so
no one else.
Step 1, you imagine. Step 2, you declare.
Step 3, you train. This is in the water element. This is where we talked about in order to have more, we must become more. You don't just say, this is what I want, and just sit back and wait for it to magically appear. That's, what do you need to do to prepare? What do you need to train? What knowledge do you need to know? What training do you need to do? And what areas do you need to train? This is really important, because just to imagine and then say what you want and stopping there, you're not going to be able to realize it.
And guys, make sure your training is mission specific. Whatever you learn, whatever you're doing, keep it attached to the blueprint. So we've imagined, we've declared, we've trained. Step 4 is to,
you got to engage. That's the why of everything that you're doing. Living life all in, really fully showing up. And the principle here, I am motivated from love. You're not trying to do something to get some particular action, reaction, response from someone. You're really moving from a place of heart-centered living. What connects with you? What resonates with you? What really matters to you?
guys, imagine waking up and loving what you do, loving your job, loving how you spend your day, loving the people that you are working with, and loving the people that you're serving. That's how you live all in. You're connected to the things that you love, which takes us to step 5.
Just go out there and do it.
This is Austin Lara's son catching big air in Mammoth.
The principle associated with this step, with this element, is I am a gift. And the idea behind this is, step 1, imagine. Step 2, declare. 3, train. 4, engage. Then you go out there and you do it. You bring all your gifts and all of who you are out into the world, and you just go for it. Live.
The men and women who change the world are the ones who honor their truth, and they have the courage to live it every single day, and they live it in joy, and they go out. They're not afraid to make mistakes, which takes us to our final step.
The final step is so important. It's when you review, you check in, and you see the WIN stands for what's working, what isn't working, and what are the new course corrections. Get feedback. Go out there and do it in step 5. And then 6 is review what's working and what's not, and make adjustments.
This is also Lara's son, and he's not catching air. Well, actually, he's catching air in a crash. And that's how we learn. You know what Edison said, I've not failed. I found 10,000 ways that won't work. So what we do is, with this WIN review, we teach you how to fearlessly go out, dump perfectionism. It's okay as long as you're moving towards your full potential. And then learn how to make course corrections based on real time. So it's a really amazing process. You imagine, you declare, you train, you
engage,
you do, and then you stop, you review. and you review the results, you review the creation, you review the beautiful life.
And then you go back into the process and you do it again. And it's actually happening whether or not you're consciously doing it.
So what we want to do here as we wrap up this introductory video is we want to do a little exercise. Remember, in order to become a mindful creator, you have to learn how to harness that 99.99999% of energy. And so we're going to do this quickly.
You may be wondering how. So we're going to give you it's just going to be a few minutes exercise where you can practice in that energy.
So let's have you guys take a few rich breaths, lengthen your spine, close your eyes, kind of square your shoulders and feet and hips, and
lengthen your breath.
Draw in energy and light and power, and exhale, let go of anything that isn't serving you, anything that doesn't belong. And we're going to have you imagine a beautiful spot in nature.
This can be a place that you know and you love. It can be something in your imagination. It can be a combination. You get to create it. It won't look like anyone else's. And you want to see and feel and sense all of the elements in this place in nature.
So maybe you're sitting in front of a stream or a waterfall or a lake, and you feel the earth beneath you and the heat of the fire of the sun and a gentle breeze. And just take a moment or two and see yourself there and color it. Let your imagination color it in. What time of year is it? Is the grass green? Is there a lot of water? Feel where you are and take a breath. And we're going to have you release and travel 1 year into the future. And over the course of this year, you have been training. You have clarity about your dreams. You know what that life looks like. And you've actually actualized it. So let's have you step into the most beautiful life you can imagine.
And wherever you are, and know that you can't do this wrong, wherever you are, whoever you're with, notice what feels really good. What excites you or what makes you smile? What feels so good that being in the space was worth everything, all the actions that you took to get there?
The dream is realized. Maybe you found that love of your life, or maybe this business that you've been dreaming about is now fully realized and creating financial freedom. What is that? What excites you the most? See if you can feel it, see it, touch it. Smile, enjoy the freedom, the abundance. And take another moment and just from that beautiful future space, take one thing that excites you, that thrills you. And let's come back to that spot in nature. Reconnect with that sense of safety and beauty. What did it feel like? What did you see? How do you feel right now? Let's take one more breath and come back to us in this training. What'd you learn? What'd you feel? Do you feel differently?
And as you do this, sometimes there's a little editing voice that pops up. And just acknowledge it and let that go. It may be, oh, that's not possible, that's not going to happen, or you can't have that, or that's not okay, or that's, things like that might pop up, and it's okay. Just acknowledge it and then let it go. And the other thing that might pop up is, am I doing this right? I don't know how to do this. This seems weird. You know what? Just play with it. This is practice. This is part of training the imagination. So without judgment, just see one thing that pops up. If you were out a year from now and you had realized everything that you had dreamed of in your life, what would that feel like? What's one thing that you can take back from that right now and see it and feel it and hold it and know it at this moment?
And guys, this is not some feel good exercise, although we want you to feel
Well,
good.
hopefully it feels good.
What we want you to understand is that the world's most successful men, women, and organizations are doing this all the time. They're moving into and seeing and connecting with that future reality, and then they're bringing it back into now, and that's how you become a mindful creator. And we would like to share a very, very special invitation with you.
Yeah, we have maybe this has piqued your interest. Maybe you're curious. Maybe you're feel like, wow, that was a lot of information. I don't entirely.
I want some more.
I don't
Wait a minute.
I want more. So we created a very a really fun 3-part mini class that is really simple to use and straightforward, and it goes into these concepts that we've gone over very quickly. We'll go into a little bit more in depth.
Yeah, we really train you on how to use them. So there are 3 videos. In the first video, we're going to teach you in detail how to see, feel, and design your dream life.
And also why your blueprint, why your dreams, your life blueprint is essential. You need to know where you're going, and it's perfectly unique. It's all yours. It doesn't look like anyone else's.
And then we're going to show you how to develop that confidence muscle so that you know you can go after any goal and you know you can achieve it. So that's video 1. The next day, you get video 2.
And in video 2, we talk about how to stay motivated and energized. Yes, that passionate, connection, engagement in your life and where you're going. And you will learn the power of sourcing and why working harder isn't the answer. There's a way of sourcing those actions that are going to have the most forward movement for you, and really identifying where to spend your energy, your limited time on this space, on this planet.
Those high value targets. And we're going to show you specifically how to do a win review and take whatever mistakes and whatever failures happen, turn them into real-time feedback and a new course correction.
That's a fun part.
And then in your 3rd day, you get video 3.
And this is great. We're going to show you, and you get to really watch and experience 2 case studies and how the power of the how they use the power of the compass.
This elemental tool to create anything. Then this is where the real value comes in. We're going to walk you step by step through your 90-day Mindful Creators Action Plan. We're going to show you how to take these principles, how to take this process and implement them to have radical shifts in your life.
And then the last thing in video 3, you're going to learn about a really fun, easy way to really supercharge, take a quantum leap to your dream life.
Yeah, if you're someone who's not the most patient person in the world, we're going to show you how to fast track everything.
We would so love to have you train with us. We'd love to stay connected with you, and we'd love to have you train with us more in our Mindful Creatives mini course.
So we've taken 50 years of combined work. We've put it into this unbelievable program. You're probably going, oh my God, how much is this going to cost me? How about $9.99? And we want to change the relationship. We really want to train you. It's $9.99. We talked about that 9Q, that energetic quotient. Everything we do, we guarantee 100%. If you are curious, join this course and
no, this is, we have a lot of different courses, and some go more in depth and some less. This is an incredible mini course where you're going to get everything that you need to go forward for that 90-day action plan.
So you can start right now. You get instant access to training video number 1. And then over the next 2 days, you're going to get private links sent to you to video number 2 and 3. We guarantee our investment. And don't worry about taking notes. Really enjoy and experience it, because you get to download all of our training slides for free. So guys, thank you so much for spending this time with us. If you want to join us, learn more, become more, expand into that beautiful life, right underneath this video, hit that Let Me In button and join us.
Yeah, I have a smile on my face, and I hope that you do too. And we hope to see you in the mini course training.
Yeah, we love sharing these tools, guys. So until we see you in the mini course, live, love, and lead the most beautiful life you can imagine. I'm Bill Poet.
I'm Dr. Laura Ciel.
And we'll see you guys on the other side.